If you're looking to install ceramic tile in a large room of your home, and we'll say 250 square feet or larger, but you don't want that kind of cafeteria style look of 250 or 300 plus, just plain 12 by 12 square tiles, you might be looking at maybe the 18 by 18 square tiles. It's still not going to give you an elegant look when you're doing a large room. It's going to look more like a cafeteria or a restaurant. So if you have a large room, you want to do ceramic tile, I highly suggest you go with a Versi tile. So the one I have here, we installed it over this week, and this is the pattern that we used. It's somewhat random, and it is offset. However, it is still a pattern, even though when you look at it, it looks like there is no pattern to it. There is kind of a method to the madness of laying this down. Now, one main difference that you need to know with this Versi tile compared to the standard, we'll say 12 by 12 tile, you don't necessarily have to start in the center of the room and work your way to the edges. You definitely don't want to bring the boxes into the room and start opening up the boxes and stacking the tile. This one box of tile makes one square on this grid. So if you go start taking all the tiles out of the boxes, think you're going to help the guy that's setting the tile, it's going to mess him all up. You really only open one box at a time. You lay this grid, open another box, lay this one, open another box, lay this one. If you have too many boxes open and tiles laying around, you're going to get confused and your pattern's going to get all messed up. So the main difference between Versi tile and the regular, we'll say 12 by 12, this is going to give you a very elegant look. It's going to make your floor look expensive. It's going to add value to your home. And we just finished the kitchen a couple days ago. It's all grouted. The grout is dry. I'm going to take you upstairs and show you what it looks like. Okay, so this is the kitchen, and it is about 13 feet wide and about 23 feet long. Now the old tile was just 12 by 12 and gave you that kind of cafeteria looking floor. That's why we tore it all up. We were redoing the whole kitchen and decided to go with this Versi tile, which looks 100 times better. So as you can see, you got an entrance into the kitchen right here. We got the tile nice and flush with the wood floor. I'll just kind of walk along here and kind of show you what it looks like. Now just kind of looking at it, it looks like someone just threw a bunch of tiles together with no rhyme or reason, but there's actually a pattern there and you do have to follow it. And if you come over here, here's another entrance into this room. So you come through the front door and then into the kitchen, or you can come into the hallway. And once again, we got the tile nice and flush with the wood floor there as well. And then you have a landing over here going down to the basement. Now I did make a video on how to lay out your floor before you start putting this tile down. It is not like just doing a standard 12 by 12 tile where you can start dead center in the room and work your way to the edges and the sides. You need to spend, well, we spent about 2 hours figuring out where to start the tile so that we don't wind up with slivers on any of the edges. And you do kind of have to make a grid pattern on the floor because each box is going to fall into that little square that you scribe or lay out with the chalk line on the floor. So Versi tile does look much better within a large room. It just takes a lot longer to lay out to make sure that you don't wind up with slivers on any of the edges. Once you get going, it lays down just like any other ceramic tile. But I usually go along with a picture on that box of how the grid pattern is supposed to go, so because you do need to follow it. Now as far as Versi tile goes, I think there's about 70 to 80 different patterns being manufactured now. You're not going to find this tile in Home Depot, Lowe's, or Menards. You're going to need to go to a specialty tile shop. The tile that's sold at those big box stores is not very good tile anyway. You want to get a good Spanish tile, and just price wise, this was about $6 a square foot. And I think it came out very nice. So hopefully this video helps you out in deciding what kind of tile to put down in your large room. You could put it down in a small room as well, but mainly Versi tile is kind of designed for a large room where you want to kind of break up the pattern. A little more easy on the eye and looks much more elegant than just standard tile. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.